What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Inferno here, and I'm checking in with yet another tutorial. Yes, sir. So in this tutorial, we are going to achieve this nice album cover I have on screen. So without much ado, let's get to work. So the dimensions for a cover art is 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels. That is the standard size. So that is what we are going to create for our canvas and then proceed. Okay. Software is Adobe Photoshop. Take notes. So just file, new, and then here we change the unit of measurement from inches to pixels, and then 3000 by, just left click and drag over by 3000 pixels like so, and resolution is on 300. Okay, 300 dpi or ppi, whatever. And then here you have Adobe RGB, then you go to create. So we import our subject first, and everything that I'm going to be here is going to be symbolic of what I was given in the brief. Okay, in the brief I was supposed to make the subject appear heroic. Okay, so in this case I'm just going to make sure that I do exactly so. Okay, all right. So I'll just import her image. Currently she's not looking heroic, so I'll just import her image, and so I'll move her down here like so, so that you see we have this heel look here. Okay, this just by the way, we have this heel look here. Okay, like a heel. Okay, like a story building. Okay, so heroic. So let me hide it. Therefore, the move to select this, then convert the image to a smart object. Very, very important. Command T or Control T on Windows and increase the size further. Okay, move it down. Left click and drag to increase the size. Move it down like so, to somewhere here like so. Okay, this is going to be our second artwork. So let's just complete this. Command T again or Control T and increase the size like so, because these places were touching the edges. Okay, all right. So you have something like this. You move it down. Good. So the title was Possible God. Somebody will say God. Yes. So I decided to go a bit techy with it. Okay, to make it more playful and youthful. So I utilize colors, okay, to give me that kind of a youthful vibe, and also I kind of use the guitar stuff in there. So for instance, the last thing I'm going to the right, or is it the right? Yeah, the right hand side rectangle is going to have this turn on button in there. So meaning possible. Okay, you can do something. It's enabled. Okay, all right. So let's first start with the boxes. U for the rectangle or the shape 2, and then shift left click and drag to get a perfect square created. You have something like this. Okay, and then curve the edges in here. Okay, you can do so here, but I want to be precise, so I'm just going to do it here. Get some curves in there, and I don't like the stroke, I like the fill, so let me swap them. Okay, all right. So I'll just click here and I'll disable it. Left click here and then reactivate it with, let's say, something like this. Then move to and then curve it further like so. Give you something like this. Command T or Control T, left click and drag to increase the size, and curve the size again like so. Okay, to give you something like that. Okay, all right. Let me add a little bit. Okay, this is fine. And then with the same layer selected, just add another shape in a triangle. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to right click here, triangle, and then zoom in with Control plus or Command plus, and then hold space bar, left click and drag to reposition it like so, and then shift. Okay, and then left click and drag to add the rectangle. Add space to it and then move it around with just, okay, you're just shifting the mouse position like so. So if you like it this way, like so, just release everything and then shift left click and drag and rotate so you get to 0 degrees. Okay, press command or control on Windows and left click and drag it downwards like so, and release. This is fine. V for the move to, and option space, left click and drag to your left hand side. Okay, your left hand side to zoom out and zoom in. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, you can use Control plus and Control minus too. So this is our first shape. Okay, so let's commit our text in the possible. So possible gap. So T for the text to left click and type possible. Command A or Control A to select everything. Increase the size like so. And the font that we are going to use here is Hansen. Okay, Hansen. So you can take a screenshot and follow along, if in case the quality here is not that good. So Hansen. Okay, just going to go to okay, Hansen bold. Now we'll register the action here like so. V for the move to. Don't worry, I would add the font and everything in the font in the description of this particular video, so make sure that you check it out. Okay, all right. Then left click and drag and then move it here like so. Okay, all right. Command enter and then increase the spacing here like so. Okay, select centered alignment. Okay, and then V for the move to, have it here like so. Left click and drag. Okay, all right. Select the created rectangle and Command J or Control J on Windows and then create a duplicate and move it somewhere like here. Okay, with the arrow keys plus shift. Okay, adding shift to the arrow key when moving an object is going to make it move fast. Okay, all right. Do. Okay, another one, Command J, or we can simply drag it there. Command J again, shift, and then left click and drag it here. Then get the evenness over there. Okay, the smart guys are indicating 23 by 23 by 23 pixels, so they are all even. All right, so let's see. All right, so we have 4 of them. So okay, and so let's create this rectangle. Finally, create a new layer, and then you right click on this, and then you select rectangle. We make sure that we deactivate this, and then we activate this. Are you good? All right. So just click anywhere here and shift left click and drag, release shift, and then move it this way like so. Okay, all right. Curve the edges a little bit. Okay, somewhere around 64 would do, and then register action. Select the possible text, Command enter or Control enter to make it editable, and left click and drag, Command X or Control X on Windows to cut. Register action from here. Reposition this with the shift and arrow key, left arrow key. Command J, and then move it here. Okay. Command enter, Command retain, or let's see, Control enter on Windows to make it editable. Command V or Control V to paste. Control A. Select the kerning, make it 0, and then okay, move it here like so. Select the possible once more. Command retain or Control enter on Windows. Left click on the rest. Cut them. Okay. Let me register. Let me move it up here before I move so that it doesn't confuse you guys. Okay. All right. Let me move it up here like so. Command enter and then left click and drag here. Command X or Control X. Whenever I say command, it is Control on Windows, so take note. Okay, all right. And Command A or Control A to select. Make this 0 and change the color to white because we have a blue box there. And then okay, and then move it to somewhere like so. Okay. Create a duplicate, Command J, move it here. Okay, Command retain or Control enter. Command V, Control A, Command A, left click here, change the color to white. Okay, register the action like so, move it here. I'm going to do same for the rest of the boxes. Okay, all right, command enter, make this 0, left click and drag, command X or control X, control enter to register action, or command return to register action. Use the shift plus arrow key to reposition. Create a duplicate, command J or control J on Windows, move it here, the shift plus the right or the left, the right arrow key. Command, because we are moving it to the right. Command V, left click and drag over this, command X, control X on Windows, command enter, position like so, command J or control J on Windows. Okay, and yeah, it is S, so there's no need to paste anything. So I think we have one S has to add up to the bow. Okay, so we make it a bow. Okay, a bow. So let's double click to make it editable and add the I to it. So we have something like this. Select the rectangle one more, and then this time around do something like so. Okay, now you are going to see that all the values are changing uniformly. I mean the values here. Okay, so we want some of the points of the rectangle to be kind of curved differently from the rest. So we have to do away with the chain that is linking or giving those corners of our rectangle a uniform curvature. So I'm just going to deactivate the link, and I'll just get a chance to manually or freely make some angles or curves of our rectangle more curved or curvier than the others. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to disable the chain here by just left clicking on it, and then I will just click here. I'll just click here and then curve this one like so. Okay, copy the same value, command C, copy the same, just drag over this, command C or control C to copy the same value, come here and then command V or control V so that you get the same curve, enter like so. Okay, right, if it is too much you can go back, but I think this is fine. Let me click on the text and move it here like so. Okay, so like so. Okay, so we have to extend it a little bit, so let's select the rectangle and command T or control T, let's extend it a little bit like so to make way for the ellipse. Okay, that is going to be our activate. Okay, all right, activate it. All right, so just move, left click on the text and move it here like so. Create this U for the shape 2, right click, and this time around select the ellipse 2. Okay, all right, ellipse 2, click here, select white for your color, shift left click and drag it up like so. Okay, this is fine. V for the move to and move it here. Okay, so we have this, so let's proceed to changing our colors. Okay, as we have here. Okay, so the blue is going to be constant. Let's start with the yellow. Fortunately I have everything intact over here, so I just copy and be replacing. Okay, all right, so we have this yellow here, so I'll just copy it and come here, double click here, command V or not for that one, I think it's for this one. So click on this rectangle, double click, command V, and then select this, come in here. I'm going to change the colors to conform, okay, to how the artwork is. Okay, all right, so we have the oranges here, so let me just drag over and copy, just double click, command V, okay, click here. All right, let's see. Okay, we even made a mistake, we have 4, so okay, so let's just fix this, and we are going to create a duplicate to fix that. Okay, all right, and then you just click this, double click, let's come in here and let's copy the pink, command C, So we come here and then we paste, okay, and then let's double click here. It appears the eye is not part of the bow, so let's delete it. Select, it is selected, so shift select the rectangle tool as well, shift select the ellipse tool as well, and move them here like so. Okay, select this, shift select that, command G or control G to create duplicate, move it here. Just drag and shift so that you get evenness. Okay, all right, okay, same values, this is fine, like so. Select this, shift select, okay. Shift select means shift click, okay. All right, to add to the selection. Something like so. Okay, all right. So let's give these boxes here a 3D effect. Okay, you just click there.